30 days. That's how long I've been using Apple's M3 MacBook Pro. And I'm convinced video editing will never be the same. This machine has redefined what's possible. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why the M3 MacBook Pro isn't just another upgrade. It's a game changer for video editors and content creators worldwide. Imagine this. You're up late, racing against a deadline, pouring everything you've got into that final edit. The footage looks perfect, the timing's spot on, and for once it seems like everything's going smoothly. Until it isn't. DaVinci crashes, and with it goes every tiny adjustment, every hour of progress. You sit there, staring at the screen in disbelief. If that sounds familiar, watch this video until the end. First of all, I want to talk about some info about the device. This is the M3 MacBook Pro, and I've had it for around 30 days now. And honestly, I'm amazed. The version that I've got is the M3 MacBook Pro with 18GB of RAM and 1TB of storage. It's also running the newest Apple OS, and I choose the black color, or the space black color. This is how it looks like. And at first, I've thought maybe it's better to get the silver one, but the reason I got the black one is because I hate fingerprints. On this one, you basically don't have any fingerprints, and there is a few things that I really want to mention to you about the device. The main things that you got to know if you're a video editor. First of all is the build quality. It's really firm. One really popular thing is that you can actually open the laptop with only one finger. This is the arch that you can achieve. Of course, the display quality has really amazed me because you have the True Tone option, which really makes a difference when it comes to doing color grading and maybe even photo editing when it's needed. Another thing to mention is the sound quality of the speakers. It really amazed me because I've never heard a better sounding speaker in a laptop. It really sounds crystal clear, and let me actually play a song for y'all. Here is the microphone, and you can just kind of hear the difference between my voice and the laptop. Of course, when you are in a room and not outside like I am right now, the speakers are gonna sound 10 times better. And another really important thing is your camera, because this is a work and a business laptop, and it's really good because you can also FaceTime people with this camera. You can also connect the phone as your main camera, but I'm going to talk about that later in the video. Now, how much does this laptop cost? It costed me around $2,300, but I looked it up on Amazon and you can get some really good deals at around $2,500. It may be a bit pricey, but look at it as an investment. First of all, how much time will it save you? And second of all, how many headaches? Now, one of the biggest reasons that I got this laptop is the portability you get with it. This is a 14-inch laptop, and it's also really light. Some of the laptops that I had before were actually really heavy. They were around 3.5 kilograms, while I think this one is around a bit less than 2 kilograms, if I'm correct. No matter where you are, you really don't have to carry an additional keyboard, an additional mouse. Basically, this touchpad is really great. And even if you're working in a place where it's a bit darker, basically the keyboard light can be controlled and you have an option, so it's set up automatically, and I use that. So overall performance under any condition has been really good. I've tested it in the sun, I've tested it in the cold now, and it almost never reaches some crazy temperature. One good thing about this MacBook is that, for an example, if you go ahead and give it really hard tasks and it gets to a certain temperature, it will actually automatically turn off, or it will notify you, hey, you actually need to cool down. So that's a really good thing because you don't have that on your Windows laptop or your Windows PC. If you're doing some hard tasks, such as color grading, doing some 8K, 4K video editing, what will happen is that your battery will last likely around 6 hours. But if you're doing some easy tasks such as browsing, watching YouTube videos, maybe being on Instagram, writing emails, you're gonna have around 18 to 22 hours of battery life. Usually I charge it only once a day, even though I do some harder tasks on it, and I've actually been really bullying this laptop. But so far, the battery has been honestly amazing. The biggest time saver you're getting with this is if you have a device that is not rendering quickly. Usually on my old laptop, for a 10-minute video, it would take around an hour to render. But nowadays, it only takes me like 2-3 minutes. Now, even though you have the M4 MacBook, I think this is one of the better upgrades you can do if you have, for example, an Intel, since you don't have to wait too much for rendering and all these time-wasting tasks, you're gonna find it much easier to actually enter flow states, and there will be no setbacks when you are working on some important task. And also, do you want to use Final Cut Pro? Do you want to use DaVinci? Do you want to use CapCut? It really doesn't matter. This laptop can handle it all, 4K footage, 8K footage, throw anything at it, and it will work seamlessly. Now, the last thing that I want to be talking about is the Apple ecosystem. This is more important if you are, for example, content creator, because you are able to transfer files with extreme speeds. First of all, you got AirDrop. You can AirDrop a file which is 5 gigabytes in around half a minute, while if you uploaded it to Google Drive with an average internet upload speed, it would take around 2 hours. Also, here on my right side, you got the SD card port, which is also really good if you have a camera, for example. Only downside is that you actually can't see the speed at which files are transferring, which I think Apple needs to add. But a few more things about the Apple ecosystem on this laptop that have been helpful to me, at least, were that I was able to connect my iPhone as a webcam. When I do these FaceTimes with my clients, it's really important that I look professional, that I look good, and the way to achieve it is to actually have a really good camera. Also, I've been doing one-on-one coachings on video editing, and being able to show my clients the desk view feature has been really useful to me. Now, there are more things about it, but these are just some things that I've noticed in my 30 days of using it. Overall, I didn't have to worry about it crashing, slowing down, or waiting too much for renders. I can just edit smoothly without distractions. And let me know in the comments, what's one topic that you would like me to cover in the next episode? I'll see you in the next one.